Welcome everybody. This is Pastor Dave out here in Amarillo, Texas. And this evening I'm going to show people how to make wild lettuce or prickly lettuce. And another name for it is opium lettuce. It is one of the most powerful herbal pain relievers I've ever run across. Now I have searched the internet to try to find how to make an extract from prickly lettuce and was unable to find any kind of a instructive video. So I am making this video for educational purposes only. This is not something that will heal anything. This is not something that will cure anything. It is simply an herbal pain reliever. Now once again, the herb is called prickly lettuce or wild lettuce, and another name of course is opium lettuce. Now this particular herb is of the family of the lettuce family that we eat on our tables, but it is extremely bitter. And it has, one of the ways to identify it is that on the underside of the leaf, there is, along the under rib of the leaf, there is a row of very stiff, prickly needles under the leaf. And then when the leaf or the stalk is broken, it will exude a white synthetic liquid looking stuff like latex. It will look like latex in its original form, which is a white milky liquid. Now this white liquid is where the properties of the pain reliever is. And so on the internet I found many different things to be able to do with it, but I could never find how to make an extract from it. In fact, I read one report that said that an extract could not be made with prickly lettuce. So I did some research, and kind of sort of by accident, I happened on a video that showed how you can make, or a person can make, an extract out of any herb, any plant. You can make it out of anything. And so I said, I'm going to try that. And so I did, and it absolutely works wonders. So I'm going to share with my YouTube audience and also Periscope how to make this extract. Now an extract is also known as a tincture. Now this is not a 100% pure essential oil, but it does have the essential oil of the plant in the extract. So this is how you do it. Now I have a blender here, and I want to show you how that we should set the blender up. And when you get it from the store, the blender is going to have the rubber ring on the top, right up here on the top of the blades. It's going to be right up here on top of the blades when it comes out of the box. And what we want to do to grind up these herbs is we want to put the rubber ring on the bottom underneath blade turntable. We want it inside. We want it inside, so we want the blade turntable on top of the rubber seal. Now what this does is protects the rubber seal from the centrifugal force of all of the hard, dried stems and leaves and things from the herb. So that's what we're going to do to protect that. So that is how we're going to prepare to grind up. Now we want the herb to be as small as we can make it. Now I'm too far away from the phone to see the comments or who comes in on Periscope, so forgive me if I don't shout you out because I can't see who you are or what you say. But I do appreciate everybody coming in, and also YouTube viewers. I appreciate you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, or prepare, let me say that would be a better word, to prepare some dried prickly lettuce. Now I dried this just a few days ago, and it is really crackly dry, but you see how pretty bright green it still is. It looks like it's still growing in the field, but it is dry, sure enough. Now what you want to do is crush the leaves. Now remember, this is prickly lettuce, and so it has pricks. So just kind of crush up as best you can the leaves, and then the stems are still slightly green. I left them green so there's good juice in them yet. So kind of break that up, fold it over, break it up. I didn't bring any scissors. My wife's going to go get me a pair of scissors, and I appreciate that. Now I'm going to prepare more than I need because I'm going to make some for myself and then make some for another person that I promised to make it for. And so that's a tough booger there. So I'm going to make more than I need. Now I use root and all. Right here's the root everything, because it's all got good juice in it, good pain-killing juice. Thank you, honey. So we want to just kind of snip this up into small pieces. Then we want to chop it. We'll chop it up. The better the extract. All right, excellent. So the next process is going to be to prepare to extract the pain-killing elements out of that herb. We're going to do it with alcohol. Now for you, those of you on there, I'll turn the camera where you can see what I'm doing right now. But I'm just taking the herb out of the blender and placing it on some parchment paper so that I can get it into a quart jar. trying to get all that I can get out of there. Now in the stem there's still moisture, and so it's not hard dry, but that will make it easier to extract. So for viewers, this is what I've done right here, is just put the herb on a piece of parchment paper. Now, to extract the pain-killing element out of this herb, I'm going to use a quart jar. I have an Oster blender, and the reason I have an Oster blender is because of this. This is metal right here, the drive, blade drive, on the bottom there, and on the inside of the blender is metal also. And so it's metal on metal, and I don't have any plastic.
And the thing of glass.
And yes, the blending decanter is glass. You don't want to use any plastic at all on this if you can possibly keep from it. Now on the quart jar, we got to do a little bit of doctoring on this, and we're going to do it with masking tape. And what we want to do, now this is to seal everything so that it doesn't leak. Now we're going to blend this for 10 minutes. And so this thing is going to be spinning at high speed for around 10 minutes. And you want to put the tape on it the same direction that your lid screws tight. So go the same way that your lid screws tight. And you want to make at least one get it right here, David. Make 2 good passes on your jar threads. Now once again, this is to help the threads seal. This is like putting pipe dope on your plumbing. So we want to do that. We want to seal the threads on the jar, just like this. Then, underneath the blades, in the cap of the blender is, of course, the hole there, and we want to plug that up. We want to plug this up. And so what we're going to do is the same kind of tape and just tape an X or a T, whatever you prefer to call it, over that hole and seal that up. Just like this. So we have it sealed on the inside, just like that. And then the rubber ring goes in the bottom, and then blades on top of the rubber ring. Now once again, the reason for this is to prevent all of these particles from tearing that rubber ring up and getting it into your mix. So we want to prevent that. Now, we're going to extract it with alcohol. And what I use is sherry cooking wine. Sherry cooking wine. It is 17% alcohol by volume. Now, you go to several websites and YouTube videos, they say that to make tinctures or make extracts to use at least 80 proof alcohol, but I have determined that I don't want to use that high volume of alcohol, and I would like to preserve my liver and keep it in good health, so I don't use that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put I'm just going to use it all. That is 13.1 fluid ounces. Just going to put it all in there because you want 2 to 3 times as much alcohol as you have herb. Now the wind's starting to blow. I was hoping it wouldn't do that.
The puppy symphony has started the bird symphony.
Yeah, the bird and the dog have fired up. Now I'll just do this by hand. Yeah, that was good. I guess that's how much I'm going to use. Well, we're live, folks. And so whatever you see go wrong here, we're not going to edit it out. That's still what it is. I'm going to grab just a little bit more here, because we're going to spin this for so long that it'll do the job I want it to. So we'll just add a little bit more. Now if you get too much volume of herb, this thing will turn in and look like a cow's hud. You get too much. Okay, so on goes the blades of the blender. Now once again, I said we're live. Whatever mistakes I make, everybody sees them. And really get it tight. Okay, well I made a mess here. We're live, and of course the spillage will go on the YouTube, because you know what? This is just the way life is sometimes. Now get her good and tight, because once again we're going to spin this for 10 minutes. Now when we get it seated on there, it will perforate the tape. It will perforate the tape, and we're going to have it go here. Now on this particular camera I don't have a pause button that I know of, and so I'm just going to record the whole thing. We're going to spin, once again, we're going to spin it for 10 minutes, and this will get hot. The wine and the herb, it will get hot. And part of the extraction process is that heat. So here we go.